Well, good afternoon, everyone. We are a couple of hours into the Giving Challenge, and I'm just going to say on behalf of our team, thank you. I mean, it's been nuts sitting here watching the donations roll in, and we're going to get an update from Nicole in just a moment about where we stand already, but it is phenomenal what we see going on our page on the Giving Challenge. So thank you so much. If you're just tuning in and you're like, what are you talking about? The Giving Challenge is an event that started at noon and it's going for 24 hours. So we're 22 hours-ish left in the event. So we wanted to pop on here as the some of the directors here at Samaritan Counseling Services of the Gulf Coast, and I just give you a insight into this event and also just to thank you. So as we talk about the Giving Challenge, hopefully you know a little bit about it, but I'm going to ask Linda Calvert, our Associate Executive Director here, to give a little more insight into it, and particularly give credit to the two foundations who make this possible for us. So Linda, what can you tell us about that?
Well, we just want to especially thank the Community Foundation of Sarasota County for hosting this online event. They have worked for months and months and months putting this together, and they have dedicated so much time in organizing this challenge, and it benefits over 700 nonprofits in Sarasota, Manatee, Charlotte, and DeSoto counties. And we're also extremely grateful for the generosity of the Patterson Foundation. They're matching each unique gift between $25 and $100, and that's amazing. These two foundations are so committed to strengthening our local nonprofit community. And it just blows me away to think about the thousands of people who are going to benefit from the amazing philanthropic community that we have here in this area.
It's so true. And if when you go on the page, which I'll show you that in just a moment, but when you go on the page, you can look at the leaderboards and see all the different organizations and all the type of works that they do and all the donors that are supporting them, which let me just acknowledge donors. We understand you could find lots of interest in that number of nonprofits. So we're grateful when you choose Samaritan as one
Absolutely.
of the nonprofits that you're supporting today. Nicole, so here's the drum roll kind of thing. Nicole, tell us where we stand, like how many donors have donated, what's the current balance, all that kind of thing.
So we are at 66 donors as of right now, and we have raised over $8,000 towards our $25,000 goal. And we have a goal of 160 donors, so that's a little less than $100 donors to go to reaching our goal.
Yeah, and I remember 2 years ago. Hey, Lord Byron, by the way, everybody, I didn't introduce Lord Byron yet. Sorry about that. And just to fill out the squares here, Nicole is our development director. So she's behind the scenes, sending thank you notes and stuff to everyone as you donate. And then Rick, our executive director, and maybe the most important person on the screen is Lord Byron, who's visiting with us for these 24 hours and making sure we're all doing things correctly and keeping us in line. So Nicole, you just said we had 60, what was the number? 60 what?
66 donors.
66 donors. Why is that important? Let's remind everybody why that's important.
So our goal is to have 160 donors, and Light Up Your Life is going to match $10 for each donor up to 160 donors. So that's an opportunity of $1,600 extra dollars for us.
Yes, and thank you, Light Up Your Life. If any of you are watching it, or if you're patrons of Light Up Your Life, which by the way, if you're a patron, feel free to go ahead and donate if you haven't done so yet, and help us reach that goal of that 160 donors. We're going to be over there in a couple of hours checking in with them. Lord Byron and Rick and I are going to take a little field trip over there and check in with them. So this is phenomenal. We're just over 2 hours in, and we're bumping up against that halfway mark for that donor number. So thank you. Keep bringing that in. By the way, I'm going to show you this in a moment, but there's a share button on our page. If you've already donated, you can go back and just share that, whether you do that by email or text or on your social media pages right here on Facebook. You can share it for those who either aren't aware of the Giving Challenge or maybe they don't live in the area. So just another way to cast the net broader so we can get as many donors aware of this event and engaged in it. Rick, we just celebrated last month our 25th anniversary at our luncheon, which it feels like it was just yesterday. So it was maybe 3 weeks ago now, but we're celebrating that all year long. But I just want to give you a moment here to share with our donors, 25 years of history, what that means to us, but also to the community that we've been able to serve here that long. And it's obviously due to our donors who've helped us make that possible. What word do you have for them?
Just a deep sense of gratitude, John. We have been supported and sustained by donors going all the way back to 1998, 97, when Church of the Palms decided that helping our community have a faith-based counseling center was a good thing. And when they chose to not just hire a staff member and they chose to open up a counseling center, I don't even think in their wildest dreams they would be able to imagine that we would have 30 counselors and do almost 19,000 counseling hours. But the truth is, none of that would be possible without the folks in that original group who said, yes, we want to do this and we want to. There was a matching challenge back in 1998 to raise the original funds to start Samaritan. And on a regular basis, I get to sign thank you letters to donors who were original donors in that group.
Wow.
People that I still have lunch with and still have connections with, who have been sustaining, generous supporters of the Samaritan ministry. I have the opportunity, because of Nicole's great research and information management, to get on a report. This is this donor's 25th donation, or this donor just passed the $50,000 donation mark in total giving since they began, or this donor is a brand new donor. This is the first gift. And all of our ability to say yes is completely related to their saying yes. And I think it's a great honor that folks choose. You think about all the different places they could give their money. They choose to put Samaritan in that list. And it's an honor we don't take for granted. We see ourselves as being good stewards of the resources folks share with us. And it inspires us to do the best we can to continue to care for people in our community and to improve the mental wellness one person at a time.
Yeah, and just 3 weeks ago at the luncheon, we were blessed, and we continue to be blessed today as probably new donors. It'd be interesting, Nicole, to see what new donors are giving to us through this giving challenge. And that's the opportunity. We want to cast the thought to everyone, certainly let them know that this is going on. And maybe you're like, I'm tapped out from the luncheon. That's okay. Just share that this opportunity is available to anybody, in the area, but anyone who wants to go online and check that out. So right now, I'm going to share my screen so you can see where this is, where you go to donate, and what Nicole was just sharing, you can watch it yourself. What I'm showing you is the givingchallenge.org website, and I have our page pulled up. If you just go to the givingchallenge.org website, then you can search for Samaritan Counseling Services of the Gulf Coast, and that'll land you on our page. And as you scroll down here, you see the first two buttons are donate and fundraise. if you're like, hey, I would love to help you guys fundraise, click on that fundraise button and you are able to set that up for yourself to, see that happen. I'm going to refresh so we can see the current number. We're now at 67. We've had another
Wow.
donor while we've been on the recording here. So you see our goal is $25,000 and we're just over 85. So 34%. We're on our way there in less than 2.5 hours. Maybe we need to change our goal. I don't know. We'll visit that off screen. Maybe we need to change our goals. But here you can go down and you can see some suggested amounts to give, but you are always welcome to choose. Click on this button, choose your own amount, and put the amount that you're able to give your best gift today. And just some cool stuff as you scroll down here. You can watch this video that we shared at our luncheon that goes into more detail of what Rick was talking about from our 25-year history, see some statistics. And if you are one of those donors that's been around for 25 years, you'll see some flashbacks, kind of pictures and photos in that video. So check that out if you haven't seen that before. And beneath that is just some scripts there about some more details about our work. And then there's the update about where we stand with the match that we've talked about from Light Up Your Life. We need 96 more donors to get us to that full $1,600 match that they are providing for us. So you can be one of those 96 if you have yet to give. And then at the bottom, at the very bottom of the page, just a scrolling list here, and we have 2 lists. One is fundraisers and one is recent donors. So you can just see who's giving and if that interests you. But this fundraiser, I just want you to click on that. And this is all of the peer-to-peer fundraisers who are choosing themselves to help us by having their own fundraiser page. And you can just click down. And if you have yet to give and you want to support Linda Calvert's page, all you got to do is click right there and it'll take you to her page and you can donate. And it still will, it's all under the same umbrella of Samaritan, but you can help Linda get to her goal of $500. Hey, Linda, you've got another donor. Look there, you have 2 donors. Last
Look
time
at that.
you had 1.
It's a start.
There you go. So it's just a fun way to engage and be part of the event. So check out our page, visit it often in the next 39 minutes as we have the event still going on. Thank you for listening to us. We'll stop rambling now, but we'll be back off and on throughout the rest of the day and tomorrow, giving you updates and encouraging you about how you can engage. Any last word from anyone on the screen?
Thank you very much.
I do have a question. Rick, there's a balloon behind your head. It says animal. Can you, is there something that we need to know about that?
About the party animal balloon?
Yeah.
Well, I'm humble about my party animalness, but I can pull it off if I need to.
Okay. Maybe we'll pull out the video camera later and we'll decide if everybody in the public gets to see it.
Fair enough.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later this afternoon. Bye-bye.
Thanks.